golden crispy cod fish cakes with a homemade tartar sauce. Begin by preheating the oven to 190 degrees Celsius fan, and then take 600 grams of a good all-rounder potato such as Maris Piper and place them onto a baking tray. Bake the potatoes as they are in the oven for around 1 hour until they're completely cooked through. While the potatoes are baking, we'll prepare the fish. I've got 280 grams of cod here, and I'm just going to season it with sea salt and ground white pepper. And then I'll place that to one side while I do a little bit of vegetable prep. Peel and finely chop 2 cloves of garlic. And then we'll prepare 2 spring onions. Remove any of the tatty leaves and cut off the root. And then cut them in half lengthways and finely chop them as small as you can. Next, I'm going to zest 1 lemon on a microplane. To cook the fish, place a frying pan over low heat and place in 20 milliliters of olive oil, followed by 30 grams of unsalted butter. Lay the fish in and gently cook it for 3 minutes on each side until it's completely cooked through. You'll see that the cod is starting to break down into nice big flakes. At that point, just remove it and place it on a plate to cool. Drain most of the oil and butter from the pan and then place the pan back over the heat. Turn it up slightly and add in the spring onion and garlic. Cook it for 1 minute just to take away the rawness and then remove it from the pan. At this stage, we're leaving the fish and the onions and garlic to cool, and the potatoes are still baking in the oven, so we've got time to make a quick homemade tartar sauce. For that, take 2 pickled gherkins and cut them into fine dice. I just cut it into slices, and then I cut those slices into strips, and then I cut across those strips to make fine dice. Then I roughly chop 25 grams of capers. It is really entirely up to you how chunky you like your tartar sauce, but just chop them up however you like them. Next, take 1 shallot. This is optional, you don't have to add this in, but I think it's quite nice with it. And finally dice that as well. To do that, I do it very similar to an onion. Cut it in half and peel it, and then make slices horizontally through the shallot, and then vertically down and across, and then just cut that into dice as well. And then finally, we're going to chop 10 grams of flat leaf parsley. If the stalks are nice and young like on mine, you can just chop them through as well. But if they're a bit bigger, just remove the leaves and chop up the leaves. Next, place 150 grams of mayonnaise into a mixing bowl and then add in the chopped gherkins, the chopped capers, the shallots and the parsley. Squeeze in the juice of half a lemon and then mix everything together until fully combined. Place it to one side until we're ready to serve. Once your potatoes are cooked through, remove them from the oven and cut them in half. And then scoop out the potato into a mixing bowl. Break it down slightly using a fork. Don't worry about mashing it completely, it's nice to leave it a little bit chunky. Then into the potato, we're going to add the lemon zest, the cooked onion and garlic, flake the fish down into nice big flakes and place that in as well. Discard any skin if your fish had skin on. Then we'll chop up 15 grams of flat leaf parsley and add that into the bowl. Season it with salt and pepper and then mix everything together. You can taste it to check the seasoning and add more salt and pepper if needed. Shape your fish cake mixture into 6 equal sized balls and then press those balls down into patties. Next, take 3 bowls and we're going to breadcrumb the fish cakes. In one of them, place 100 grams of plain flour, crack 2 eggs into the next and give them a little whisk. And into the last bowl, place 100 to 150 grams of panko breadcrumbs. To coat each fish cake in the breadcrumbs, simply dip it into the plain flour first, shake off any excess, and then place it straight into the egg. And then from the egg, place it into the breadcrumbs and just move it around until it is fully coated. Next, place a pan suitable for deep frying over medium-high heat and place in an oil that is also suitable for deep frying. I've only placed in roughly around 2 inches of oil into this one because you can turn it part way through the cooking process to get them fully golden on the outside. Cook them for roughly 3 to 4 minutes on each side until fully golden brown, and then remove from the pan and place them onto a plate lined with kitchen towel to absorb any excess oil. Do this in batches until they are all beautifully crisp and cooked. You can also bake these in the oven if you prefer. I would recommend spraying them with a spray oil before they go in and then bake them at around 180 degrees Celsius for 15 to 20 minutes or until golden brown. I'm serving these as they are, just 2 fish cakes with a nice spoon of that homemade tartar sauce and a wedge of lemon. These crispy golden codfish cakes are absolutely delicious, and I think you should definitely give them a go. They make the perfect starter, or you could eat them as a main course. That's up to you. I hope you enjoy making them. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.